Welcome back everyone, it's Ang here, and today we're diving into a head-to-head comparison between the iPhone 16 Pro and the iPhone 15 Pro. Apple just announced their latest and greatest, and you know we gotta see what's up. Is the new iPhone 16 Pro a worthy upgrade, or is the iPhone 15 Pro still a solid contender? Let's break it all down and find out. We'll be looking at the design, the tech specs, the cameras, and everything in between. Stick around for the full comparison and let me know what you think in the comments. Alright, let's kick things off with the design. First impressions matter, right? At first glance you might be thinking, wait, do these even look different? And yeah, Apple's kept the overall design language pretty consistent with the 16 Pro. You've still got that surgical grade stainless steel frame and that frosted glass back we've come to expect. But look a little closer and you'll start to notice some subtle refinements. We're talking even thinner bezels around the display, which by the way is still that gorgeous promotion XDR OLED panel. It just looks super immersive. And speaking of bezels, Apple's made some tweaks to the notch. It's even smaller this time around, which is always nice to see. They're really maximizing that screen real estate. The antenna bands, those little lines that run along the frame, have been redesigned too for better cellular reception. You know, those little details that make a difference. Now let's talk colors. You've got your classic graphite and silver, of course. But Apple's also introduced a new deep blue finish this year, which looks really sleek. It's got this subtle depth to it that catches the light in a cool way. As always, Apple's attention to detail is on point here. The build quality is impeccable, and the fit and finish are top-notch. Now, let's talk about that display. Last year's iPhone 15 Pro already had a phenomenal screen, but Apple's managed to make it even better on the 16 Pro. We're still rocking that 6.1-inch Super Retina XDR display with promotion. That means you get that buttery smooth 120Hz refresh rate for ultra-responsive scrolling and gaming. But here's the kicker. The iPhone 16 Pro's display now gets even brighter. We're talking peak brightness up to 2000 nits, which is insane. What does that mean for you? Well, for starters, HDR content is going to look absolutely stunning. The colors will be more vibrant and the highlights will pop even more. Plus, using your phone outdoors in direct sunlight is going to be a breeze. You'll be able to see everything clearly, even on the brightest of days. And let's not forget about always-on display. It's still here, and it's been further refined. You can now customize it with different clock faces, widgets, and even photos. So, yeah, the iPhone 16 Pro's display is seriously impressive. It's bright, it's sharp, and it's super smooth. Apple's definitely raised the bar once again. Okay, enough about the looks. Let's talk about the brains of the operation. Under the hood, the iPhone 16 Pro packs Apple's latest and greatest A16 Bionic chip. This is the same chip that powers the 16 Pro Max, and it is a beast. We're talking a significant leap in performance compared to the A15 in the iPhone 15 Pro. Apps launch faster, games run smoother, and the whole phone feels snappier. And it's not just about raw power. The A16 Bionic is also more power efficient, which means better battery life. And speaking of battery life, we'll dive deeper into that in a bit. But trust me, the iPhone 16 Pro can definitely keep up with your demanding workflow. Whether you're editing videos, playing graphics-intensive games, or just multitasking between a bunch of apps, the 16 Pro handles it all like a champ. And to make things even better, the iPhone 16 Pro comes with more RAM than its predecessor. You now get 6 GB of RAM, which helps with multitasking and keeps things running smoothly even when you have a ton of apps open in the background. So, yeah, in terms of performance, the iPhone 16 Pro is a serious upgrade. It's faster, it's more efficient, and it can handle anything you throw at it. Now, let's talk about the main attraction for a lot of you, the cameras. The iPhone has been known for its incredible camera system, and the iPhone 16 Pro takes things to a whole new level. Let me give you the rundown. The iPhone 16 Pro features a triple camera system on the back. You've got your main wide-angle lens, an ultra-wide-angle lens, and a telephoto lens. And Apple's made some serious improvements to all three. The main sensor is now even larger, which means it can capture more light. That translates to better low-light performance and overall image quality. The ultra-wide lens has also been upgraded with a wider aperture, which again, lets in more light for those epic landscape shots. And the telephoto lens, it now offers a longer zoom range, so you can get even closer to the action. But it's not just about the hardware. Apple's also introduced some new software features that really enhance the camera experience. One of the coolest features is something called Cinematic Mode 2.0, which basically lets you shoot videos with a shallow depth of field and that professional-looking bokeh. It's like having portrait mode for video, and it's seriously impressive. Alright, let's talk battery life. Now, battery life is always a big one, right? We all want a phone that can keep up with our busy lives, and the good news is that the iPhone 16 Pro delivers. Apple's managed to squeeze in a slightly larger battery compared to the iPhone 15 Pro, but it's not just about the battery capacity. The A16 Bionic chip, which we talked about earlier, plays a huge role in efficiency, and because of those efficiency improvements, Apple claims that the iPhone 16 Pro gets up to 23 hours of video playback. That's right, 23 hours. Now, of course, real-world battery life will always vary depending on your usage, but even with heavy use, you can expect the iPhone 16 Pro to easily last you a full day. And if you do need to top up, the 16 Pro supports fast charging. You can get up to a 50% charge in just 30 minutes. So, yeah, battery life is definitely a strong suit for the iPhone 16 Pro. So, there you have it, the iPhone 16 Pro. Apple's latest and greatest. It's got a stunning design, a mind-blowing display, insane performance, a killer camera system, and battery life that won't quit. But at the end of the day, is it worth the upgrade? Well, that's up to you to decide. If you're rocking an iPhone 13 or older, the 16 Pro is a no-brainer. But even if you have a 15 Pro, the upgrades might be enough to tempt you. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Are you planning to pick up the iPhone 16 Pro? What feature are you most excited about? As always, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future videos, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.